I'm Judy Shaw on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange along with Matt Kobach, and today we're joined by Patrick Beharelle, CEO of TrueBlue. Thanks for joining us, Patrick.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us about TrueBlue.
So TrueBlue is a company that connects people and work. We help over 1 million people a year find jobs, whether it's full-time jobs or temporary jobs. And we do that through a couple different brands. We have a brand called People Scout that does full-time hiring, over 250,000 into full-time jobs. And then we have brands called People Ready and People Management that help people find temporary jobs.
Excellent. So tell us about your customer base. What are the companies that make that up?
So we do business with over 130,000 companies across 70 countries. We do business with 250 of the Fortune 500. So we do business with big companies, mid-sized companies, and of course we have 130,000 clients, a lot of small companies as well.
Wow.
So you guys really run the gamut here.
We do, yeah.
Wow,
Wonderful, truly global there. So how do you compare to your competition?
Well, we differentiate ourselves, we think, through our candidates and through our people. Having good people, that's essentially our product, and providing that to our customers, whether it's full-time or contingent laborers. And so that's our focus. We invest a lot of money in technology, best-in-class processes, and we think we have great people.
So let's talk about technology innovation. Obviously, everything's changing at almost a moment's notice. How are you guys keeping up, and how is it affecting the staffing business in general?
Yeah, if you look back and you think about how we found jobs when I was coming out of college in the 90s, it was through newspapers.
Right,
and then it was through job boards. And then it was through social media, and now it's all about mobile and artificial intelligence. So we're investing tens of millions of dollars in our mobile technology so we can find candidates wherever they're at on their terms. And in a tight labor market like this, being able to find candidates and put them through a hassle-free process is a big differentiator. And so that's where we're making our investments.
Absolutely. As someone who has at one point gone through the job process, that getting rid of that friction is huge. I mean, you could have a bad experience and it's just all of a sudden not worth the hassle of exploring a job that otherwise you probably would have enjoyed or would have pursued more.
Yeah, I think the other key thing is having a really tight employment value proposition and explain to candidates why it makes sense to pursue this particular opportunity. So we work really closely with our clients to make sure we get good clarity on what the specific value proposition is for that job.
So the current unemployment rate is low, which is good for the economy, but it means a shortage of workers. So how are you helping your customers manage through that?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge in terms of the shortage of workers. So what we're doing is we're casting a very deep and wide net. And so the technology investments we've made, we've also been adding a lot of recruiters in local markets to be able to find candidates and again create a frictionless process as much as possible. So this is an environment clearly where candidates have more leverage than they've ever had before.
So I'd like to ask you about a demographic that is sometimes underserved in the job market, and that's veterans. What are you guys doing to assure that veterans get a fair shake or that they're fairly represented?
Yeah, it's a big part of TrueBlue's culture, and it's also a personal passion for me. My father's a disabled veteran, and so we've hired hundreds of thousands of veterans into full-time jobs over the last 3 years. And so it's a big part of what we're doing, and what we do is we help clients change their processes to be more veteran-friendly. A lot of our sourcing spend is in veteran-friendly communities, so we're getting a lot more candidates into the pipeline, and then once they're in the pipeline, put them through an accelerated process. We're also doing the same, by the way, for military spouses. So for folks that are deployed, they have spouses at home that need to find work as well, and so that's oftentimes a forgotten group. And so we're making big investments in hiring veterans and military spouses.
Very noble. Yeah, veterans hold a soft spot in our heart here at the Stock Exchange too, so we appreciate what you guys are doing.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you're doing so many things, which I'm sure you're very proud of. But what are you most proud of?
Well, I'm most proud of we make a job offer every 8 seconds.
Whoa!
So every 8 seconds we make
Wait,
a
so
job
how many
offer.
jobs is that since we started? That's like at least 30 jobs, 50 jobs, something like that.
So I'm really proud of that because in some small way, we're helping change people's lives. And when you think about, we do a lot of work with folks that are long-term unemployed. And when you think about, if you've went a long time without having a job, people get down. They have financial challenges. Divorce rates go up. Their children's grades actually go down when parents have unemployment issues. And so, in some small way, TrueBlue, we help people find work that they want to find work. And I'm really proud of that. And like I said, every 8 seconds we're making a job offer. So we're changing lives every day in a good way.
Amazing.
There was at least 5 jobs in that answer. All right, so we're at the stock exchange. We can't let you leave before asking a stock exchange-y kind of question. Let's talk shareholders. And I want to know, can you bring value to shareholders but also be a company that has a greater mission or greater purpose for good?
Absolutely. You know, one of the things we certainly consider our shareholders in every decision, but we're also considering candidates, we're considering clients, we're considering our employees, we're considering the communities, and quite frankly, that's what our clients are expecting. They want to do business with good people. And so we're trying to be good stewards to all of our constituents. And so we focus on that, and we see that with veteran hiring, hiring of long-term unemployed. We're the first ones. There's hurricanes that have hit. We do a lot of the cleanup of those hurricanes. And so we consider ourselves a force for good, and we think people want to do business with good people. And so that's how we approach business.
I couldn't agree more, and I feel like you really see that trend, especially with people who are younger. I think they really want to invest in companies and work for companies that have that bigger mission and have that sense of purpose.
No doubt.
Absolutely. Well, Patrick, it's been a pleasure to have you. Thank you for sitting down and talking with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.